All right, race fans, here we go. Now a little bit technical, but that's all right. We're here tonight. North Wilksboro Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. Well, Wes, we go from the big track, Super Speedway of Michigan, to a smaller track, but North Wilkesboro, one of the famed tracks up here in the mountains of North Carolina, kind of the moonshine style area, so to speak. Johnson and them back in the day.
Yeah, definitely an old school feeling here. Short tracks, a little bit of banking, and very, very, very tight. Going to be a fun one. Like you said, we're going from the high-speed banks of Michigan down to here, so a lot different style of track.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, man, right now these guys are under qualifying here just a little bit, see who's going to put this thing on pole here tonight. And, we talk about it. We talked about the Super Speedway last week. A little rough on those guys. We'll have to see how they do on this track. Not as wide. This track wasn't around for a while. Actually, closed there a long time and then got reopened. Bernard Jr. there was able to get his thing back, cleaned up, get it back open, and they've had some here. And it actually produces some pretty good racing, but there again, you're going to have to be careful.
Yeah, it's good racing, and 1 and 2, the turns act completely different as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4, the turns act completely different as well. You're kind of going downhill towards 1 and 2. You wash up a little bit harder on the brakes. I would see it 3 and 4, kind of try to stick it low. The best I've found, at least. I could be totally wrong there. That's at least the best way I found to run the track. Even then, not my favorite place. I don't like the short tracks.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't never run this track, and you would think the closest thing might be a New Hampshire, but it's way different. There's a lot more banking than that one. So we'll just see how these guys kind of modulate through this place. I mean, definitely a short track feel here as qualifying's coming to a close. Looks like Shane Clore is going to be the man on pole tonight. A pretty good solid field here of about 36 machines. But to see how Clore going to handle this track. Another thing we talk about is, will we see guys, come from the back to the front? Yeah, I'm to the point now in iRacing, I really don't know, because some tracks I might say, yeah, sure. But then it's all track position.
That's going to be something to deal with here. Track position, I think, is going to be key. It's a short track, so you're not on the gas as much, and it's a good amount of braking as well. So you might see a dive bomb or two to get past people. But even then, it's going to be hard to pass. I'm going to expect these guys to be constantly 2 wide, maybe 3, if they're brave enough.
Yeah, no doubt. Calm down here a little bit on the qualifying, get it closed out for you. And Clore, the man up front right now. We got a very good field, plus Fast 5 this week. And our Fast 5, you're going to see them. They're going to be in green over there on the side ticker, but folks, it looks like we've got to have, and step away real quick. We'll be right back.
What are you waiting for? I know you're wanting more. So show me what you
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, here we're back, and a little warm-ups closing out here. Get set to go racing here tonight, North Wilkesboro style for the Master Series. We were just talking about the Fast Five. You see over there to the right on the tower, you'll see the guys that are marked in green. Those are the Fast Five drivers here tonight, so keep an eye on those guys. We'll talk about them throughout the race. So a little bit of money online. We've been keeping up with that one all throughout the season. Right now, these guys, been pretty patient going around this track so far here, Wes.
As you say that, we see somebody, I think that was Grootsmacher, or not Grootsmacher, but Ginningsman going around on the front stretch. But yeah, everybody's a little bit patient, just biding your time, getting into the groove.
Absolutely. Warm up, closing out. Here we go. Getting set to grid them up here tonight, North Wilkesboro. And, famed little track here. Come back here a couple years ago. Seconds here, we'll grid these things up tonight. Get a set for 300 laps. Let's look at this grid tonight. Jane Clore puts it on pole. Man up top there is William Phillips starting second. We got Duncan going to start there in third. Gardner going to start up in fourth. Ben Stevens there in fifth. Mark Sanchez started in sixth. We got Jack Stoneman starting seventh. Blair Holloman there in the 8th place spot. Michael Tucker starting 9th. Bryant Miller starting in the 10th. Thomas Kolmacheski there starting in the 11th. Victor, was it Feiger?
Luger, the best Luger. I got.
All right, sounds good to me. J.P. Jones there in 13th. Scott Gilroy there in 14th. A Few starting 15th. Kevin Zozak in the 16th. Dad Jenningsman in the 17th. Alex Cord 18th. Matt Wilson 19th. Timothy Latham in 20th. Dylan Grootsmacher in times in the 21st. Greg Carr there in 22nd. Kyle Gerlach there in 23rd. Jose Medina, is that right? 24th? That's his last name.
Yes, I think so.
All right. Art Nicoteri there in 25th. We got Gary Donlin. He's in 20th. Russell Wilson, I'm thinking of football. Wow. Russell Windsor in 27th. Chris Vinson there in 27th. Wilson there in 26th. We got Jorgensen in the 28th spot. Vinson there in 29th. Coben sitting in the 30th. Boyles back there in 31st. Westwood 32nd. Alphen up there too. Charles Van Scoyt's in the 33rd. Holloman. Looks like a couple of them had to go to the back there. By Hammond, you said wasn't going to make it tonight. And it looks like Medina's going to start. Guys dropping back to it.
Yeah, probably just to make it easier to get on the pit road to serve their draft. There's several drivers with one starting out today.
Here we go. Getting set to go green flag tonight. That's right. North Wilkesboro style short track racing. Before we go from the big speedway of Michigan to a way shorter style track here tonight. Might be some door-to-door, bumper-to-bumper action, but here we go. Pace cars in. Don Clore and company up front.
Green.
Brings them to the green flag. We're racing here at North Wilkesboro. Jump out front.
Nice and early from the top two. Meanwhile, everybody else side by side off of two.
Absolutely, 2x2. I think you're going to want to try to maybe, get down low, maybe get up to the middle lane. I'm not 100% sure what's going to be the preferred line here. I think you're going to see this for a little bit until these, tires start wearing off.
The yellow flag is out.
69 around in the back. Oh, right there. That's actually Kolmacheski. What happened to him back here? Red car there. Side by side with the 15. Quigley and then
lost it.
Boom. Hey. 4.
Not exactly sure. He's just slow, it seems.
Back on that caution and see. Caught up on anything here. We'll go back. A leader. reason he should go off is if he's spun or something. Caution. Didn't register like he's saying. Watch. See the caution flag back there in the back. Caution's out at this point.
Black flag for passing the pace car, maybe?
Yeah, that's an iRacing issue. I'm going to go ahead and I feel like that's an iRacing issue. If that's what that is. Because he slowed down. As soon as the pace car was there.
I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost myself there. That's probably, you're right though. And if so, might be something that the admins might want to look at, because that's definitely a strange one. Happened earlier in the season too, and cost Clora to a lot of spots. But here we go. Pace car's in. Phillips now is going to be the man on point. Bring up here, get us restart zone. We're back racing North Wilkesboro. Good jump by the field there. Cars get a little tight there in the middle of the turn.
Just a little bit. Top three now clear. The 29 supposed to restart fourth. Looked like he was restarting sixth though.
Yeah. You got Miller, Stoneman, Tucker right there too, trying to see if he can battle back and get up there. You see, got that flag there. Definitely cars out there. Did see one out there really liked 22. That's a nice looking car.
You saw the 22, the one I saw and liked. I like the 48.
Yeah, who's nice? You're right. It might be the 8. Yeah, 48. No, there's a.
That's the 40.
We'll find them. We'll find them. Nice looking car. Get that paint. Let us know out there, man, what y'all think. Who's y'all's favorite paint out here? Got his. A little bumping right there from the boat, man. Gibble. Do some of these nice paint jobs. Guys do a lot of work on the paint. That's nice there. Going on.
That's It's busy, but it works.
Yeah, no doubt. Alter. Good battling going on back here too. We look through some of these great. You know, we don't get a chance to really look through a lot of the paint jobs too, so we just kind of glide through some of these cars here and let you see them. These guys take their time and effort. I know they have some guys that actually do their paint schemes for them.
Caution, yellow flag.
We got a caution though.
It's right there. I think that was the 33.
Miller, yeah.
As there's also spinning behind.
Like this. You know, it was Miller. Get there. Oh. Nowhere to go from there. Kind of chain reaction. Watch me. Time. What happened? Nope.
If he had help, I'd want to call it net code because Tucker was a long way behind him.
Yeah, probably again just car stepping out. We've seen it all season long. You know, and that's been our talking point for most of the season. how to fix that. You know, we've talked about that, man, through and through all season. And we've even said it. It's not just affecting some drivers. It's best of the best. I mean, right there, guys up front. 8. You know who that is? Connor Few.
Yeah, that would be my little brother. He spent about 3 hours on the paint job.
So that would be. And you know, I don't want to get too far off on the subject, but you know, I talked about last week paint jobs, and again, I like how he, you know, lapped that over the fenders. That looked good. But there was a car out here, and I don't see it now. It was a Marlboro car.
That's the exact one I was thinking about. That was Medina, who's actually not showing on the scoreboard that he's ran yet.
I knew I seen it, but I don't see it now. Yeah, that one looked good. Like that. Throwback. I think we was mentioning last week we wanted to see a cigarette car. Camel Joe machine. Pace cars in. We're going back green here. North Wilkesboro style. Got Duncan up front. See what he can do.
Green flag, green flag.
Green. Wilkesboro can take a good jump. Outside
Yeah, he
lane, but
does.
didn't go going.
No, not quite. I think they kind of spun the tires up there, did Stevens.
Look, right now trying to bounce back. He's up there to 5th. Have to start from the back. Got Henningsman right there along with him. He's back in the 8th place spot. He's having a good run.
Whoa, real high
The
JP.
yellow flag is out.
Oh, and he's around, Dave's around.
And JP Jones. See what happened to him here. Collected a few of them. Yeah, not a lot to go here. Just ricocheted off the wall. Oh no! Yeah, you can just see the cars. I mean, stack up back there. Not a lot to do. Not a lot. Nowhere to go here.
No, and the track's also really, really slick, at least from what I've ran it a couple times. So real easy to spin out as well. That's just my opinion. I mean, I'm also not the greatest, so.
And the track weather right there on the screen for folks, man, there at home. Is what the weather is here. Now this is obviously not real weather in game, and then what the track is and so forth. So kind of give you an idea of what the track temps and so forth are. Here tonight, not too bad. Mile an hour, 74 degrees. Not bad. Track temp.
I think that's just the air temp. I think the track temp is 83.
Not bad. Hard for me to read on it. Everybody at home, Billy. So, I mean, that's still not bad. I mean, that's not a hot, but, you know, here, physics, wonderful thing. Because I learned a long time ago, you would think hot track slick, cold track more grip. Opposite in racing. I always say make it make sense, because I don't make sense to me. But some guys have told me, yeah, hot track sometimes usually means it's tight. Cold track usually means it's slick, and I'm going, hey, you made my head hurt.
I can kind of see it with a hot track. Your tires kind of tick a little bit more because it's heating up the rubber, whereas on a cold track it's slippery because your tire's not sticking, it's not warmed up.
Pace cars in. Let's see if these guys up front can stick here. Duncan and Phillips there. Gonna lead them to the lines. Getting set to go back green. We're back racing here at North Wilkesboro. Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series here tonight. Now these guys are wanting to get some green flag running in here to kind of test out. Yeah, I know that's been the hot topic, cautions and stuff like that for the season. And I mean, how does that affect you when you're trying to set your cars up? Because I know you want some green flag runs to be able to see what your setup will do. So how does it affect you as week to week trying to set these things up when you go, man, not getting the runs that I need here. All week I'm practicing green flag, and here I am stop and go a lot.
It's definitely going to make the setup not quite exactly how you want it, I'd say. As you said, they practice maybe under continuous green flag laps, and then here it's a lot more stop and go, so the tires are getting through heat cycles. You're going to be wanting to be loose just that way, because loose early stages at least is pretty good, but on the longer runs, starting loose, you're just going to get looser and looser and looser.
Absolutely. Good battle going on around here about the 12th place spots. You got Latham, Carr, Windsor back here too. You see in there by the 19 there is Windsor. He's down on the outside. Down on the inside, that's Gerlach. Boyles, who had a very interesting race last week. He was up and down. Right now it's kind of mid-pack, right about the 15th place spot. Just 2x2 racing, and Monclure trying to run himself back to the field.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag.
Omen up front, dude. So, you know, normally we say back here in the Hornet's Nest, but it's been everybody up front here so far. Let's see if we had a little help, though. Oh, yeah, got a little tagged. Oh. Okay. Carlson. Yeah, so at this point, I might say, you know what, I'm going to stay in the back.
I mean, I don't have anything against that. Staying in the back, you're going to hope. Because it's, like you said, it's everybody up front's kind of the one going around. So staying at the back, you hope to stay out of it, have a little bit more reaction time as you see up front.
Oh, yeah. And the GOAT machines, we talked about that last week on that paint job. Kind of reminds me of Ram logo. Oh, he's got some other teammates out here, too. Here y'all are pulling full out there. I know folks out there, man, family members watching. Appreciate you. Everybody out there. The West, a couple of weeks, man. We got Thanksgiving coming up, man. The end of the year.
Just about. Thanksgiving, of course, gives me a reason to be fat.
Yeah.
Or not a reason, but an excuse.
And the old debate, turkey versus ham. I'm a hammy ham person.
I love holiday hams, but I've never had it during Thanksgiving. It's always been turkey.
Really?
Yeah.
You in the South or North?
I'm in the South.
And a ham?
Not during Thanksgiving, nah.
The luxury of having both of you. Oh, most of the time it's turkey. There's some ham in there. Here we go. Pace cars off. Duncan's up front, going to lead them to the line. Williams there with them too with Tucker. Sanchez. 2x2 here tonight, North Wilkesboro.
Green flag, green flag.
Back racing. Jump there by Duncan. Tucker says he's going to see if he can't get up there and take this lead.
Wants to take it. 24, really good run through 1 and 2 there on the outside.
Did. A good run off the turn. But going in, you know, in middle, not so much. And Tucker's going to try that line too, but getting a good run, like you said, coming off the turn. Here he was 31 was able to hang with him a little bit. It's just that kind of entry to the middle where it's throwing it up, kind of slowing him down a little bit.
Just a little bit, but right there it's staying all the way on the top side. Tucker's looking underneath now. 31's just going to give it up.
Yeah, he's like, nah, that's not going to happen. That was almost a product for disaster right there. See what's happening back here a little bit further on back. And about the 8th place spot, you got Dave Hughes right there along with it with Wilson. Got Latham, but you got still more 2x2 right here. Carr, Windsor, Boyles and company. Nice.
Before we said clawing his way back up front from that weird incident during the first caution.
40, 49, and 8. Well, the 8's doing pretty good at Tucker right now as he's battling for the lead.
And he's got it.
Does. And see if he can't bounce back here and make a heck of a run. With a 40 there, Gardner. That's your other one. 8.
Not 48, the 49, JP Jones.
He's the one that got caught in the wreck earlier, I think.
He did.
Back in 32nd lane. Green machine here like this. For a little bit of a green flag run here. Pretty wide, about 18th place spot there. Thought better of it.
That's really tight on exit as well. If you hold it 3 wide, you got to have confidence in the others too, whether it's to your outside, inside, full outside, or full inside.
Only got one Fast 5 driver in the top 10. Sitting right there in 6th place spot.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution. Miller. Up front earlier. Oh, just got in the back of the 99 and then he spun himself. Got a little more. Okay. Parker might be liking it though. Run.
I'd be liking it as well. We've seen the leader always gets amazing restarts. The restart zone right there on the exit of turn 4, so a little bit hard for the outside lane to stick it. Though I will give credit where credit is due. The 24 of Phillips, he stuck pretty good with Duncan there on the restart.
Absolutely. If Phillips is going to have anything for him on the restart, or Duncan's going to be able to get up there, maybe Sanchez. Victor Eller? Cougar? I got confirmation on it. I'm going to say one of those has got to be silent. Be Luger. Victor P. We'll just go that.
We'll go with that until we get confirmation. Yeah. I'm good with that.
I don't want to. I already sound bad enough up here with some of the names, folks. Hey, look. I know, I'm old and slow. I say, man, fun and exciting. So. Everybody getting exciting here, though. Short tracks, tight track. Just got to have some patience here. Up 2x2. Dr. Phillips Company pace cars off. Womack Green here, North Wilkesboro, Spartan Sim Racing League tonight in the Master Series. Got Tucker there to the start zone.
Green, green, green.
Flag, he gets a good jump that field there. Solid start by everybody. 2x2 going back on the back.
Yeah, it seems like the top three always kind of singles themselves out, and then it's a lot of 2x2 until everybody eventually just singles it out.
Ooh, right there, Latham. Play spot. Omacheski. He's wide. Hold on to it. You don't want to do 3 wide too much here. I mean, it's wide enough, but just a racing groove. You can see right there. It's just dangerous to do. Taking up that about 17th place spot. Benson right there in front of him. Dollinger, Carr. Some heavy movers here. Boyles is up 24 spots. He's about the kind of the hard charger here. A couple of them back here. Then got Windsor up 14. Latham there 10. Dollinger up 14. Benson's up 13. So it kind of takes us back to what we were talking about there earlier, Wes, with not really seeing a lot of guys flying through the field here. Yeah, you can come through it, maybe get a few spots to caution to help you out, but for the most part, we're seeing track position is kind of ruling right now.
Just a little bit, and I want to say that's on part of North Wilkesboro being a short track. You're not on the gas much. In fact, you got very heavy braking into 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, or into at least 1 and 3. 2 and 4, you're probably just in there rotating, waiting for the car to get back on the gas. So, not a lot of necessarily time to fly through the field. You can definitely set it up off of a corner exit to get that run into 1 or 3, to maybe make a dive to the inside, or just set them up and wrap it around the top to get past them.
And we've seen it right now. We've seen that top lane work a little bit. Kind of seems like maybe the middle lane right now is working pretty good. As the tires maybe, now we're getting to the point where, yeah, okay, the tires, a little worn in, not as, cold as they were. And you can start feeling what they're going to do. Tucker up here right now. And you mentioned it earlier, 2 different, turns here. You can see how he attacks it there. Right there, it goes in kind of middle, stays through the middle on that one. So 1 and 2, here's 3 and 4, and he goes lower in 3 and 4. Stays low all the way through that one.
Yeah,
like
that's
maybe,
just
maybe that 1 and 2 right there, car seems a little more tighter.
might just be a little bit. I know there's not exactly even banking on the turns as well, so not going to be as easy to hold the inside through 1 and 2. Granted, there's also a slope in the track. Turns 1 and 2 are sat lower than 3 and 4.
Yeah. Doing everything he needs to do out front. Duncan right there behind him with Phillips. Everybody's kind of single file all the way back to about the top 10, the top 11. You got to go. Got to feel pretty good here. You got to go all the way back to around about 17th place spot here with Holloman. Got Vincent. Having a good battle back here. That you don't see very often. On Motorcraft, take it back to the Wood Brother days. Holloman on the chest, he got a little tight. God, he got tight right there. Blew up the track.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what you said earlier about why the lines are different in between the corners. 1 and 2, you just might be a little tight. Saw it there. washed up the track trying to stick it on the bottom.
Good. Race going on back in the back. Winds are there. Up top. Vincent along with him, trying to see if he can't come back here. Charles Manscoit right there on the bottom side. He's back there with Gerlach. Wood. Kara. Bushmacher. Stuck a little bit. But, you know, well, you know, we talked about this last week. Kind of one of those quiet guys, you know, race not over with, got a ways to go here. We'll kind of see if he can make up headway and get up front. But back there in 25th.
Yeah, he got damaged a little bit earlier, so he's been down pit road a lot. Oh, there goes Phil P. Jones around just in the background.
And Tucker's involved. Uh-oh. Lap car. Man. Oh, looks like Tucker got into him a little bit and then just came up the track. Watch it. Nah. Oh. Don't really anything on the lap car
And
there.
then contact again.
Yeah, I don't really see any lap car. Tucker just thought he might have been
Tucker
clear.
came up into him.
Clear and just ever so slightly got the rear end of him there, and just unfortunate for the leader. He's gonna play bumper card. Yeah, and I got to put that on as a situation awareness type of thing. We talked about catching lap traffic at the wrong time, wrong place. It happens in racing. As the leader, though, as long as the lap car is keeping us line, and it looked like there Alpin was, it's up to the leader to safely make that pass. Maybe he thought he was clear, and fortunately not.
Yeah, and with the lap car, you don't want to try to predict where the leader is going to go. They might be on the radio saying, hey, I want this line, in which case, if they tell you that, oblige by it the best you can. Otherwise, stay predictable. Keep running your lines. It's their job to get around you safely.
Right, yeah. And you're right. I mean, if they say, hey, look, I'd like to have this line. If you can do it, do it. If it's, safely, obviously you don't want to be out there and going, side to side, weaving all over the track. And again, catching, traffic or something. Really tough to do, I know as a leader you want to get by them as quick as you can, but sometimes, you just gotta, I don't know, with that word we use a lot, patience.
Yeah, and short track racing really is about your patience. I'd say at least because, I've said it, you're not on the gas much. There's a lot of braking. So you're going to be side by side with a guy for maybe, who knows, 10 or so laps before you can eventually get...
Leave the green off. I'm back up here.
Well, pace lap without the pace car.
This car gonna get back out there? Yeah.
Hang on, we're not going green.
And
not
right back in.
going green.
They're still not lined up.
Yeah. So, have a little lineup issues here. Get it back going here. Well, Victor P up front. Duncan. Now pace car's in. Oh, yeah, maybe. It's back on the track. Lights off.
Going this time.
On this time. There we go. Pace cars in. Make that restart zone here tonight. North Wilkesboro. Duncan and company up front.
Green, green,
And green
green.
flag. We're back racing. Good jump there by Duncan. Oh,
Great jumping. Those two were a good bit in front of third and fourth place there going into one. So easy to single file out for the top 5 at least. Battle for 6 side by side.
Yellow flag.
caution. Uh-oh. Oh, Alphen. The checkup. And got in the back of the 33 slightly. There was a checkup in front of him. Benson checked up and then Benson just went sideways. Next thing it do. This is short track racing. All right, closes up real quick. Front. In here. Good looking car there by Duncan.
I agree. I like the nice vibrant purple. Of course, the goat symbol for their team right there on the hood. Very nice and tidy scheme.
Absolutely. Great jobs early on here. Nice, good ones out there. Got some good sponsors out here too on these rides. You know, we've mentioned before this being an open style setup here. A lot of guys been rocking their team that they actually get their setups from. We've seen Conti out here. One of them. I know there's several other ones out there. Awesome to see. We've seen some pretty good, you know, we've seen a little bit of a green flag run there, so I know the guys are probably starting to feel like, you know, I kind of can see what I've got here. We'll see what happens here on this restart. These cars in. Duncan and company up front. Start zone here at North Wilkesboro.
Green flag, green
Flag
flag.
green. Sim Racing.
Great
Okay.
jump by Duncan.
Go Dave
And
right
Victor
there.
Pete sitting real good, battling up there for 5th right now. Top 3, not quite single file for the top 3. Still a battle for 3rd. Bo's got him this time. Dave now fighting for 4th. Whoa, there
flag is out.
goes Bo's.
Ouch. Man. Caution. Let's see what happened here. Oils up front there for a few. I'm wondering. I gotta ask, and since you drive a lot, you know, I spin like that. Is that more setup or driver? I know the driver never wants to say, yeah, it's me. Stay on that, right?
With me, at least, it's always driver. I still run fixed setups, so everybody's on the same setup. There's no difference, so it's always on the driver. And North Wilkesboro, you got to be real careful on the gas through the turns, or else you're gonna spin it out just like that.
Well, I'm terrible at driving, so I'm definitely going to sit. I know I'm going to hit the wall. I mean, I just look at, you know, we've talked in the past how to correct it. You know, definitely in road racing when you have problems like that, the first thing is backing the turns up. Obviously, throttle control to me is probably going to be the number one thing. Without being in that car, without, you know, feeling what it's doing. But just from us sitting up here watching in the booth, and I know the folks out there probably watching, car snapping like that. You know, we've mentioned before, tighten it up a little bit. Get a little, you know, easier on the throttle. So forth and so on. I mean, there's a fine line between staying fast and doing that, though.
It is, and it's a very, very fine line that you got to walk very, very well. Eventually, though, I'd give up speed just to have a more stable car eventually. I don't care if I finish towards the back of the pack. I want to keep myself in the race.
A lot of times in short track races, though, can play a huge factor. Matter of fact, look at Calder right now. Places up 20 spots due to the fact of, you know, the cautions here. They're playing it cautious, like you've said, as pace cars in, we're going back green. It pay dividends here on a short track. Maybe not so much on a bigger track, but like you said, short track.
Green,
back
green, green.
Wilkesboro here.
Again, such a great jump by Duncan out front. Victor P is going to be right with them. It's going to be Dave here fighting for third, and look at that. Core's back in fifth.
Yes, he is. Lower says, you know, I was able to claw my way back up front. That's another one we just mentioned, just being patient, staying out of trouble. You know, perfect example right there of just not overdriving, just trying to be up, you know, get through the field the best you can. And you will. You got to understand that these races are longer style races. And not to say that they're, you know, endurance races, but, you know, it kind of in a race that, what's that saying, is more of it's a marathon.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, there you go. Ozak looking good there, 7th place spot. Got Holloman and Phillips right there behind him battling. Like 8th and 9th. Gardner's up here too, around about the top 10. We're getting close to about the 100 lap mark. Now we've got 2 of the top 5, the fast 5, excuse me, in the top 10.
And they're right there, nose to tail.
Yes, they are.
Up until he spun, it was Boyles. He was sitting pretty in 4th with no one quite near him, but now he spun, things have changed.
Yeah, the fast 5 thing's heating up too. Who's going to get that $10?
Who's going to get the $10, but who's going to race for it next week?
There you go. Gardner, Bar there with him with Gerlach. Wait, up 22 spots. And quiet out there. Another one of them goat cars. Right up there out front leading. Bar and them right behind him. A battle there with Latham.
Caution, yellow
Caution.
flag.
Whoa!
Noman around.
I think Cole Macheski was there as well.
Nothing's on the inside. A little bit of him.
Cole Macheski missed it. Yeah, I think the 11 just gave him an ever so slight tap into the corner.
Duncan's still out front. Victor P right there along with him. Dave there with the 2. West lane. Jonathan, Joy in the booth, got copy.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Right now, you're sitting out front. How's this track feeling out here tonight?
It feels a lot better than that first practice session we were in. It's about 40 degrees cooler, so it feels pretty good so far. We're just trying to stay out front.
A lot of the cars we've seen tonight have been an ongoing issue, losing the rear end, snapping loose. Have you been feeling that here tonight on your setups?
Yeah, it's definitely easy to do. You got to be really disciplined with the throttle. Mainly coming out of 4 is a pretty good bump there. But yeah, just realizing that it's going to be a long race, so we're just kind of riding around, trying to just keep track position right now.
Out front, good track right there. Good luck out there.
Thanks, Joe.
And let's go racing. I mean, that's probably going to be the norm. Click out there, Wes.
Yeah, and like he said, you got to be real patient on the throttle as well. He mentioned turn 4, especially with the bump, but it's looking like patient on the throttle turn 2 as well. That's where we see more of the spins at.
Yeah. And we go back to it. Pace cars in. Duncan's up front there with Victor. Like old Dave right there behind him with Clore. Paddling back. Set to go back to the restart zone.
Green flag,
Pat
green
Green
flag.
here at North Wilkesboro. Clean start on most of the one here.
Top 4, 5, all single it out. Battle side by side for 6. That's Allman, and I can't quite tell who else right now.
He's up 19 spots, by the way. David is.
Caution, yellow flag.
Go.
Tag.
Little impatientness there, and just got bumped in the back. Bump. No, we only got 18 cars on the lead lap right now. Now they changed some rules this week. Little of the rules and the GoL rules and stuff like that.
They have, and it's to try and keep drivers from being a little bit aggressive and keep cautions down. Limiting how many times you can be claimed as the creation of the caution. So just trying to keep it down and hoping to get a little bit more green flag laps run.
Sure. We go back to, I know the guys, test out their setups here too. I mean, it wouldn't be so much if this was a fixed style setup. These are open setups here. Fixed, the cautions really, yeah, they would affect it a little bit, but you could adjust as a driver throughout the race. Here, you might end up having to chase your setup throughout the race. Some guys are able to do it and some aren't. That's why we're probably seeing, that's why we do see a lot of different lead changes up front. Guys are trying to chase that setup here.
Yeah, just trying. You're going to be making tweaks all night as you go through runs, whether you see it's a lot of these short runs like we've seen, or if we get a long run, you're going to want to change it for what you think is going to happen, what you've seen happening. And also the track evolution. Track changes over time, so you got to be able to adjust to that.
Yeah. Captain Morgan, a drink.
Yes, that is a hard liquor.
Start there on the side. 4. Been on pole here tonight. Had to go back to the back, and he's been able to run himself back up to the front. Cars in. White green here. And then company up front. Let's be able to get some good clean starts here. Rest of the field.
Green flag, green flag.
Racing. Wilkesboro. Got a good run on that top side.
Yeah, he did. Dave was not quite clear there out of 2. Clore, massive wiggle there, 3 and 4. Dave's going to be cleared for 3rd. Here comes Holloman taking 4th.
You know, that's probably right there. You saw that car instantly get, loose on him. And I got a feeling he let out of the throttle to catch that car back. So good heads up racing there by Clore. Yeah, he lost some spots, but he's going to live to fight another day.
Yeah, better to lose a couple spots than lose your whole car. So I think I saw the 37. He got a little squirrely down the front stretch off of 4.
Yes, some guys, man, look over here. Got to get the temperatures back up in the tires. And riding, takes about, a couple laps or so. Side-by-side racing around here, about the 13th place spot. Boyles, remember he got caught up in a wreck earlier. Got Windsor right there behind him. Durlock, Stevens, Hoyt. Field. Lead? We do. Duncan under fire.
Whoa. Someone the wall there off of 4. I think it was Dave. Holland's now to his inside. 2x2 for the first 4 position.
Yeah, right. Side by side. Victor's there with him. Holloman's there. Holloman's in the 3rd place as Duncan falls back to 2nd. Feuds right there along with him, sitting in the 4th place for right now, but he's got Sanchez looking up underneath him. Heating up front.
It is, but I think they're going to single it out here. Yep, Dave cleared for 4th now.
There
Just get that bottom. Don't let it back inside you. Bottom of 3 and 4 seems like the best line. And then here, 1 and 2. Whoa, that's tight.
Notice they never get 5th gear here either. Off that throttle, probably use a lot more brake here than it did last week. That car getting awful tight there, 1 and 2. Reminds me of kind of Martinsville, man. You're only on the gas for a short amount of time.
A little bit. Martinsville maybe a little bit longer of a straightaway, but again, short burst of the accelerator, then you're right back onto the right back onto the brake.
Yeah, it's not as flat of a turn. You don't got to get maybe slam right back down on those brakes like normal. The wall there, that's Zozak. We'll hang on
Floor
to
the wall out of 4.
What we're seeing all night long, guys, man, get up there and man, bumping the wall a little bit like that. Boom.
Going to kill a lot of momentum for the 19, I feel. Maybe damage the car a little bit.
And a lot of that, too, get up in the wall, the car just getting tight. And, a lot of drivers, they'll feel it, car get tight, but then it snaps on them. But they get that tight, loose feeling real quick. The battle back here on 13th. Another good little battle man right here, running about 7th place spot. Alter, Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan's falling back through the field a little bit. Restarted first, now lost a good couple of spots. And I think Holloman's gone around Victor P.
Yep. Got around him up front, taking a lead. Huge right there, trying to see if he can't take up, man, a third place spot. Oh, Holloman. Oh, there you go, Sophia. Holloman's out front leading. Good run. Show you how far apart these guys are. That's the top three right there. Getting spread out. There's your side by side run around about 7. Further on back. Back around about the 11th place spot here. Boyle's trying to see if he can't claw his way back up front. He's back up 21 spot.
Yeah, it's going to be a mighty drive after his spin earlier.
Do this last week?
I think he did do it last week.
The man's getting good. Going to the back, coming to the front.
It's not something you want to be.
No.
It's not something you want to do, but showing that, hey, if it needs to happen, you can do it. Not a bad thing.
You know, and it also shows that, you know, you've got a setup that's actually very good. It's just, it takes us back to the question of maybe what do I got to do as a driver to make sure that I've got a car that I know that's got the speed and capability to go from the back to the front and run the caution here. So as a driver, what do I got to do now is back in his caution here. Dial 12, and he just loops it.
Self-spin, no harm to another driver.
Pit stops. Got that in a while.
To be honest with you, I got no idea.
Yeah, with as many cautions is probably messing up a lot of the pit strat.
It is. I mean, we've seen several drivers down pit road already. Some repairing damage, some spun it. So go ahead and get a new set of tires. They got 5 on pit road, so about 6 sets of tires you can have full stop. So every 50 laps or so, you could come down for tires. Though with the cautions, not really needing it.
No. All right, folks, it's been a good one here in North Wilkesboro Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. We'll step away, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. You know, without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, it makes everything a lot better.
All right, we're back here, folks. In the green here. Wilkesboro Holloman out front. Good jump. Buschmacher right there, too, having a good one. He's up 16 spots there in 5th, so sort of shaking and moving going out through the field. Back. You got it back. Side by side here. Victor, Zozak going at each other right here for the 4th, 5th, and 6th place spot. Duncan's along with them. Bruce right there too. Boyles, that's about him. He's up there in the 9th. Stevens. At the top 9 or 10. Right now all single file for the hot and heavy action minute. Settle that one out there. Boyle's able to get around him. Marker there in the back, and a couple times it says he's been off track. See what happened to him. All turn, yeah, he just spun it out of the turn and going. Leader's right there behind him. Wow, big battle. Bess, I'll tell you what, good racing so far since we went back green.
Hey, it's been some amazing racing. Clore there into the wall off of 4, though. It's going to be massive speed difference. Vance Quake easily up his
The yellow
inside.
flag is out.
Yeah, man. Bibby. Austin.
Ooh, good check up there by Alphin.
Yeah. I haven't seen this picture before. Top 2 side, they're going to come in. Yeah, I would be kind of lost on my pit strategy now. What to do, what not to do.
I mean, we're about halfway through the race and we're just now seeing the leaders pit. I'm not going to be surprised if they don't pit again.
Absolutely. Be there with them with Gardner. Boyles back up there in 3rd. Steve Sanchez. A lot of those, the top 7 pitted at lap 121. And you've got now with Walter Vincent on pit road with Holloman pitting around about lap 134. Not that big of a difference between tires.
No, it's really not. And I don't think it's going to give too much of an advantage to those that just came down. If it was maybe closer to a 40 or 50 lap difference, definitely going to be an advantage. But 13 or so laps, I don't think it's going to be much.
Victor, the sudden man up here, 11 spots up front. Up a good one. And Boyles, we talked about him. Found his way up here to 3rd. Him a stellar run right now.
A stellar comeback, and then Colton Gardner, we saw he's been up here towards the front a good bit, started 4th. We saw him drip back a little just outside the top 10 to around 15th or so. Now sitting here outside of row 1 on the restart, just hoping he can go right with the 15.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Not
Going green.
One not quite together.
Back off. Yep. Go. Company up front. Gardner there with them.
Green flag, green
Green star,
flag.
back green. It's a good push out front.
Very good jump. Boyle's hoping to follow him through. Going to be side by side with Gardner here off of 2. Meanwhile, 78, no one around him for 4th. Now he's to the outside of Boyles.
That is. Gardner's able to get clear of them. Stevens there, Boyles, Phillips, Sanchez, Holloman. Side by side racing.
And right there at the back end of the top 10, Dave sitting there. He had Grutzmacher out to his outside for just a moment. Oh, there goes Boyles.
Ouch. Man. On his way all the way to the front. Gonna have to do it again. Let's see what happens during here. Lost it.
Loses it. Very narrow escape by the 29.
That is. All right, so can Boyles do it again? About halfway here in this one. I line him up. Hold him off on him. Gardner's there with him with Stevens. I guess a question that would be a question for like the admin. At any point, do you try to do like a single file boost?
I think we saw them do it earlier on in the season. I think it was Kansas where we saw them do it at, just because everybody going into turn 1 were sitting it 3-4 wide. Not something I wouldn't be against, hoping just to have everybody be a little tamer.
The only thing I see, I don't know if it's going to stop the fact that a lot of the cars just like that takes us back to set up throttle control, just like saying earlier. Got to be gentle on that throttle, getting back into the turns.
Yeah, that was great feedback that Duncan had given us as well.
Green, green, green.
At green. Wilkesboro got a picture. Got out front with Gardner there along with him. Side by side racing. And scored up there at 27 spots. Been kind of quiet bringing it to the front. So good. Goodbye to everybody. Get single file. Never mind.
Yellow
We got the
flag.
37. And who's that? Oh, Zozak is around. Usually they had a little help. The 7 machine around.
And I've seen him get squirrely off of 4 a couple times earlier, so I guess Shark finally bit him fully.
Yeah. I lost.
He's off the throttle there and slowly picking it back up. It's that bump right there before you saw it. As saw the car kind of jump up and down, and at that moment his tires spun and around he went.
The only thing I could say there is, and without watching, because it's been a while since I've watched. I don't think the fixed setups. I don't believe they have a lot of that problem. It could be how the shocks are set up there, how the bump is upsetting that car, a multitude of things. Again, that takes you back. There's the Marlboro coming early. Take us back to, obviously going in practice, setting these cars up. And when you set them up, I guess you got to anticipate that bump.
There's JP on pit road.
Yeah.
It's Jose Medina.
That's a good looking car. I like that paint.
And to go back to your question, it would be something I guess they'd have to anticipate it being there and how to set up their car to handle that. And it's just a feature of the track. There's not really nothing you can do to change it. Just something you can do to handle the best you can.
Green flag, green
Yeah,
flag.
right, green. North Wilksboro. And I bring it up because we talk about the difference between fixed setups and the open setups. Obviously, open setup, all the adjustment in the world. Don't really see a lot of the issues like that. I haven't. That we're seeing on the fixed setup. Which takes me back to how you might have your shocks, bump stops, that stuff. To anticipate for that, the bump and the throttle and whatnot. Because these cars can tend to be a little bit stiff and tight and whatnot. Victor right now, man, out front, he's looking really good.
He is, and Colton fell back 2 positions on that restart. He allowed Stevens and Holloman to get underneath him. Stevens now looking to go up against Victor P.
Got to take the lead. We almost clear. White.
Don't think he's going to clear here off of 2 either.
Holloman right there too, lurking. That right there behind him, Gardner. Oh!
Oh, there goes Stevens.
The yellow flag is out.
I looked like a little bit overcorrecting right there. I might have had it saved going down the bottom of the track. Come out from under him, I don't know.
I agree with you. I think it might have been he overcorrected that because it did look like he had it saved for a moment and then just steered sharp right on him.
Tough one. He was looking good up there in the front. Man, right there, old Victor, he's going to dodge the bullet. Holloman back there too. Gardner, Phillips and company. atmosphere, full style. Everybody doing out there tonight. Spartan Sim Racing League. Short track racing. Up. These cars in. Big
Green,
drive
green,
front. Green flag. Back racing here. Holloman trying to give him a run for that lead.
Yeah, Holloman stuck with him pretty good. Gonna look to cut underneath here off of 2. Hopefully be on the inside going into 3. Not quite, but then battle there. 4th place. You got Colton Gardner inside. Dave Fuge Jr. He's sitting there on the outside.
Yeah, it is. Sanchez right there behind him. Bruce Walker, man, better able to get back up front. Remember we was talking earlier about how quiet he is?
He tends to be quiet, but slowly worked his way up. Had some damage earlier on the race, was caught a lot down or two, maybe about 50 laps ago, but he's sitting pretty to here.
That is, taking a high lane right there. That blue machine, picking them off one by one. Work over 5th place spot now.
Whoa, way wide for the 29.
Sanchez back there. He's got a battle going on with Gardner.
And then right behind him, Van Squeak kind of lurking.
27 spots. Windsor right there behind him. Oh, that's a good save.
Hold on to it.
Was a good save.
I think that's Alex Carr.
Yeah. Save of the night. That'll wake you up.
Just a little bit. Meanwhile, Duncan, he's up the inside here into 1 and 2. He wants to get back to the lead. Oh, he's loose, wiggling off of 2.
Oh, everybody getting a little loose right now. Omachevsky's right there with him too, slamming the wall. We've seen that all night long.
Yeah, track maybe not known as somewhere where you're going to be in the wall a lot, but right now it's acting a lot like Darlington, the Lady in Black.
Mm-hmm. Omachevsky's trying to run. Riding around here with these guys. Follow throughout the turn. Pretty smooth. Not like he's fighting the wheel or anything.
No, he's really not. Nice and even.
Caution, yellow flag.
Okay.
I think I saw it there in the background on middle 1 and 2.
Love machine there, and it just steps out.
$37 had to roll way down.
Don't hit him, don't hit him. So we haven't really talked much about pit stops because I know a lot of this has just kind of messed up guys' pit stop routine. Guys can go a lot further than what they expected.
Yeah, probably further than they expected. The cautions definitely helping out. Getting heat cycles through the tires preserved them a little bit. Definitely helped saving gas.
And out front, on to it there with Heilemann. Hugh's been able to stay strong there in third. Sanchez in fourth. Gardner hanging on to fifth. These guys up front. On this thing here on the restart.
And Holloman gave him a pretty decent run last time around. Stuck not right on his outside, but stuck just with him. And then it was a little fight further back.
All right, line them up here. Double foul. Victor up front here. Pace cars in. We're back green. Racing back here at North Wilkesboro. He's going to get a run on the inside, but no, it's going to be a battle up front. Holloman's going to look like he's going to try that outside lane.
And Holloman stuck right with him this time. Clears him into the three.
The drive. That turn. Was able to get him.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh. Duncan. They're locked. Bumping in the back and then just turn. On that back at all. Have a couple cars out of the race.
Got a good amount of cars out of the race.
Wills. In there with some of the lap cars.
Stevens out, Clores out, Westwood, J.P. Jones, Michael Tucker, Brian Miller, Ginningsman's out, and then Hammonds did not start.
Holloman out front on this one. They're going to bring a start to the green. He got that jump on the restart. Heck of a jump he got.
It was now. He's the control car, hoping to get the same jump and just hope that the 15 doesn't go with him.
All right, Victor's been the man up front for a lot of the restarts here the past several laps. Holloman with that aggressive move on the outside. Now it's going to take it. Set here to go back green this time. It's the light's going to pace car. I'm up here. green here. North Wilkesboro here tonight. Pace cars in. Holloman's going to look to see if he can get a good jump on this field and get away. It'll restart zone.
Green, green, green.
Back racing.
Great jump by Holloman. Dave's already going to be side by side with Victor going into 1 and 2.
Gonna be able to hold it.
Not quite. 15 was still there. Going to be cleared to 3 maybe for the 15. Yes, he is.
Sanchez right there too. Van Scoit lingering in the back. A little wiggle there by Sanchez. All the way back to around about the 9th place spot. You got Cole Macheski, Windsor and company back here. They're going door to door. Vincent.
Windsor in the wall.
He says, I'll take the inside.
And as long as you can stay right there on the inside of Windsor into 3. Windsor again in the wall on the entry to the corner.
Windsor, or Vincent, excuse me, right there along with him. Cole Macheski. Okay. Vincent's tearing that wall down, ain't he?
A little bit of a wall pop, but not going to hurt the car much, I hope.
Now, I hope not. Already, that thing's already looking like a mad bulldog.
Jorgensen and Zozak right here side by side. They've been that way for a while. Grutzmacher's just sitting behind them, waiting for one of them to slip up.
Oh, yeah. Zozak's back there. Like I said, Jorgensen. Grutzmacher can't claw his way back up to the front.
Whoa, and he spins.
Yellow flag.
Come on,
man.
get it straight.
In here, we were watching him. Been quiet all night long. And it just loops on him. Luckily, it didn't hit anything, so he'll be okay.
I think he should be just fine. Holloman managed to hold on to the lead. Victor's sitting there still second. Dave's still third. Not coming down pit road this time. Not sure if it's open. As pit road was open, they just did not come down.
Well, the top guys came pitted around 134. I guess unless you're just way back there in the back. Again, we really don't know what the true green flag run is.
No, we've had a couple decent sized ones around 30 or so laps, which when it happens, it looks beautiful. The cars, they're running single file, yeah, but you get a good couple of side-by-side battles.
Well, it's been Holloman right now. Tonight here at North Wilkesboro for the Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. Ricky P right there behind him with old Feuds up in the third place spot. Sanchez there in fourth. Van Scoit up 30 spots there in fifth. And quietly moving his way to the front.
And quiet is good because it means he's sitting there patient. So, and we talked about that patience going to be the key at a short track like North Wilkesboro. Just bide your time, keep yourself out of trouble, and you'll find yourself towards the front at the end.
He has so far. We'll file him back up here and go back green here.
Green, green, green.
Back green. Solomon gets a good shot out front. Boy, Komacheski right there going to battle.
Top 7 all single file it out a little bit. 29, 69, a little bit high. 3 and 4. Seem kind of want to keep it down low, squeaking to the wall off of 4.
Vincent's there too. Kozak, Coleman, Latham. Go back to the roundabout where Duncan and Jorgensen go neck and neck. Still good battle back here in Jorgensen. While up front, look at old Dave trying to fight back, and then we got a battle for the lead. Victor's not done.
No, he's not. And inside 1 and 2, not going to be the best run. Hope you can stay on the quarter pound at least going into 3 and 4. But Hallman clears them going into 3. Going to keep the lead here this lap.
Yeah, it is. Victor's going to fall back. He's right there hanging on to the third place spot with Sanchez. Olmacheski's right there along with him. They're 3 wide right behind them. Whew. That's situated.
Not quite situated yet. Going to be tight here on exit.
Caution, yellow flag.
Ouch. Kozak around. Who that was on the inside, but came up and got a little piece of Zozak. Darn him. Ouch.
.36, that's a great car, and you saw it. They were 3 wide on entry, or not quite, but just enough to where not everybody could run a solid line. Might have had a little bit of contact between Zozak and Vincent. Vincent ended up shooting up the track, had to get out of the gas, and that left him 3 wide on exit, where it's just a really tight whenever they're trying to hold on to the racing line at least.
An unusual name for the pit sign there.
I did not even notice that.
I'm not saying it, but people, if you can read, there you go. So, it's old Van Scoyd out front. Phillips there. Gardner, so a couple of guys up front. They haven't pitted since like lap, 121. Well, Van Scoyd hasn't. I don't think it's going to hurt him too bad. We've seen all night long, guys, especially with these cautions, be able to maintain up front. Not really seen too huge of an advantage over tires.
Yeah, and even though it's about a 50 or so lap difference in tires, that's with a good amount of heat cycles, and with that, the tires even themselves out to where it's on the same field of play.
Oh, lights back off. Van Scoot going to take the outside lane?
I think that's what we're seeing.
We've seen the outside, actually run pretty good here tonight.
Yeah, and I think he's won that line in 1 and 2 where we've seen that's where the outside lane's really dominant. So with him being the lead car, he can get the jump on the 24 of Phillips and keep the outside momentum through 1 and 2.
Green flag,
Green.
green flag.
And you see him right there, plus he gets control of the field, so he's going to get that jump, like you said. Going into 1 and 2, he's going to stay up high. Meanwhile, behind him, they're going to battle it out. Salter, Gardner, and company there.
Gardner clear for 3rd right now. Salter got a little squirrely, it looked like, on the exit of 2, which allowed the 40 to be clear, but now he's sitting pretty in 4th, no one around him.
Yeah, we're going to see how well the newer tires pay dividend here, because Gardner's going to be the first one on the newest set, pitted at lap 192. And there's no doubt that they're going to be a little faster. He's going to have the grip. But you can see right there, even with those newer tires, it's not like he's just going to go, flying by them. It's still a tough place to pass.
Still a tough place to pass, and I'd be really careful there. I'm not sure about running the full inside of 1 and 2. But his tires seem to agree with it, and we're able to stick well. He's right there on the inside of Phillips.
Yeah, you can just see it too. Ooh, in the wall there, Phillips does a little bit, but you've seen that all night long. Yeah, Gardner, even with the newer setting advantage, just not been able to, just cleanly pass them. Oh, contact the back there. Who was that?
That's Spartan, it looks like. Dave's around.
Dave, yep. We'll start here and ride with Dave first. Ooh. Dave was just a product of somebody else's. Find out who that was in front of him. The 30-some, 30. Was it Vincent?
No, it looked like Dave kind of just spun it out, trying to check her up to stay out of Grootsmacher.
I'm trying to find who that was, and that was 32, but. The front. Grootsmacher. Yeah. Just lost it. Yeah. And like I say, Dave, there's nothing he can do. Check up. Boom. All right, caution. All right, Van Scoy's going to bring him to the line here. Phillips, side by side. Lights off on the pace car. North Wilkesboro here tonight. Car's in. Up here to go back green. Boy, he said, I'm going to try this outside again. Worked for me last time. This time. Restart zone.
Green flag,
Back
green flag.
Boyd gets a good shot on the field. Here comes Holloman.
Holloman, power move around the outside there. Up to the inside of Van Scoik. Squeezes him off a little bit.
Yeah, and you can start seeing, I think those tires of Van Scoik starting to give up the ghost a little bit. I mean, it's still going to be tough for those guys to pass him, but you can start seeing out.
The yellow flag is out.
Right there. Right here with Duncan first. They were 3 wide. Oh!
Oh, and Dave lost it.
He did. Got into
Latham.
Actually, Duncan. Let's ride with Dave. Watch it again here. Whew. Too much Captain Morgan on the track. He had to check up. Bumps the wall a little bit there, but came right running off the rear end. Boom, hard in the wall.
Hard in the wall, right in the pit lane at least.
Yeah. Might as well just come on down here and get it fixed. Well, Holloman was able to get that pass though on Van Scoik. Van Scoik said, okay, it's better for me to come on pit road now. So, pretty good advantage on tires. We'll see if he'll be able to claw back to the field. Stoneman there sitting in second. Like his car's, I don't know, it's got like a side cheek to it going, I like one of them funny faces to it, you know. Somebody looking at you going like, huh? His car's probably thinking that too, like, huh? What's going on? Been to the back, I've been in the wall, been here, everywhere. Everybody out there enjoying it so far. I know the Holloman crowd out there like.
Yeah, and Holland looks like he's going to copy what Van Scoik's been doing. He's taking the outside here.
And I think that's a smart move. I really do. I mean, obviously you're going to get the advantage of the leader. But, you know, going into that turn 1 or 2, we've seen it's been, you know, you can ride that high side, get that momentum, space cars in. Let's go back green here. Holloman up front with Stoneman there with him. Phillips, Komacheski.
Green flag, green flag.
Top 2 cars, well, they both got some damage.
I don't think there's a car out here without damage on it.
Talk about the Darlington stripe. Everybody's got North Wilkesboro stripes tonight.
Maybe the North Wilkesboro dent. I wouldn't call it a stripe. It's a bit more than a stripe.
Everybody's got up there and banged that wall like that right there, and then we've had just only Gerlach back who just tore the wall up. What happened with the Gerlach? Oh, the 37. He held on to it. Okay.
And he snapped going into the corner, which is not something we've been seeing all night, and tried to save it. Got a little bit of help from behind as well.
Rough one for the guys here in Short Track Racing. Go to Chicagoland next week. You do.
And Chicagoland's got its own little fun features that will catch the drivers out if they're not paying attention.
Yeah, a little bit bigger track. Then we go back to a shorter style track, which is Gateway. Then we go to the big track, Auto Club. Line them up. Holloman out there. Running strong. Race meatball for nothing. I hear you. I guess my question is now, does the meatball taste good? Holloman, he's the top Fast 5 guy.
Yeah, he's been consistently up front all night, around sitting inside the top 10. And I could be wrong here. I think he's nope. I was about to say I think he's the only Fast 5 guy still running, but Zodiac's sitting right there, 13th, 14th.
Green, green, green.
Holloman gets that jump on the field right there with Stoneman and Phillips.
The yellow flag is out.
The 19, I believe.
Oh, Windsor. What happened to him here? A little loose right there. Came out from under him, and then just the guys just had to check up, and they went around to
Gardner went around as well.
Gardner. All right. Leave Holloman back out front in this one. All right, can Holloman hold on to this thing here? More of a who's going to get here and last to the end of an attrition style race.
And that's what we typically see with not North tracks, but short tracks. Is it's a battle of nutrition. Keep your car clean, keep it out of trouble. Be there at the end, and you're more likely you might be there to win it.
Got Holloman up front. Cole Macheski's there. Benson up 25 spots. Battling his way back up here to 5th. Two.
Green flag, green flag.
Green. Holloman takes him to the point here. Stoneman's along with him with Phillips. Macheski's there. Benson and Cody too.
Stoneman should be clear for second. He was looking up the inside of Holloman for a moment. Komacheski clear through for third. Phillips going to be dropping back side by side with Phillips.
Big battles right there around 4th place spot. Macheski, no, yeah, he pitted on lap 203 with 4 tires. Top 3 on the newer style tires. Phillips pitted back on 173 lap. Vincent right here too, with a little side-by-side racing with Sanchez, who's been kind of quiet too. And Scoy, remember he pitted earlier? Back up to 8th. Got a car. Play here in City Action for David Salter. He just drove it in there.
Maybe a little bit of a squeeze.
Dude, hang on to it. Okay.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, yellow flag. Zozak. Got a few missed calls here tonight. He just loses it. Oh. Bumps inside wall. Holloman. Good one here so far tonight. Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series here. North Wilkesboro, folks. I'll tell you what. Step away, take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was
I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words: passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there. Welcome to Team Red, White, and Blue. Thank you so much for joining our team. My name is Mike Irwin, and I have the honor to serve as the Executive Director. When I founded Team RWB in 2010, our initial focus centered on veteran transition and reintegration into civilian life. But as the large-scale deployments have slowed down, the military's ability to support reintegration has improved, hundreds of thousands of veterans have used their GI Bill, and companies have prioritized hiring veterans, the overall mental, physical, and emotional health of the veteran community still has a long way to go. And Team RWB has a major leadership role to play. And that means that we need you. We need you to close out this video and to know that you didn't just join a listserv or download an app. You joined a team composed of real people, over 200,000 strong, who are veterans on active duty in the National Guard or reserves or civilian supporters. And these people, who we refer to as the Eagles, want you to get involved in Team RWB. Why is it so important for you to become an active member of the team? Because when you do,
We know that it will improve your mental and physical health, help you to develop new and meaningful relationships in your life, and provide you with a sense of purpose that comes from belonging to something bigger than yourself. Over the past decade, veterans struggling with the invisible wounds of war and post-military life have told us how important physical fitness has been to them. Running has helped veterans battle nightmares. Triathlons have helped with headaches, and CrossFit has enabled them to sleep better. These fitness activities, along with others, have made them more confident and healthy people. Unfortunately, millions of veterans have forgotten about the power of physical training in their lives. So as you get involved and see the power of Team RWB in your own life, I hope that you feel inspired to reach out to other veterans and encourage them to follow in your footsteps. In closing, I want to again thank you for stepping forward and joining Team Red, White, and Blue. We're fired up to have you on the team, and I know that you're going to be flying the Eagle with pride for a long time.
All right, we're back here, folks, and under caution, let's see what happened here, because it happened up front here with Stoneman. Been talking about him all night long. He's right there in second place spot. Loses it. Ball. Alleman's still in control, though. $50 to go in this one. Victor back up there with Cole Macheski. Vincent Ferguson.
Duncan's back's in about 8th place.
Go. Pace cars in. On back green. Wilkesboro here. Sim Racing. Alleman up front. Bring them to the restart zone.
Green
we are
flag,
back.
green flag.
It's a shot out front. Comes Cole Macheski to the outside, though.
And Vincent, he was cleared there in that second row. He's going to follow Cole Macheski up top. But Victor, he's going to settle nice well into second.
Victor says, I got other plans. I want to stay in second right now. Sanchez back here, too, with Vince. And you got Jorgensen right there with him, too. Van Scoit, we've been talking about him all night long. Been quietly just hanging on to the spot there with Duncan right behind him. Carr. 2 cars, Alex and Greg. I think they're related.
Maybe, and then behind them you've got Latham. He was involved in an accident not too long ago.
Nicotera, there 12, Gardner. Dave been on a fight back his way back up to 14th place spot with Salter. I believe it's going to be the first car lap down Dollingland. Right there in 18th
Yellow
place.
flag is out.
Okay.
I think so. Oh, Victor was around too.
That's one. Watch from Salter do here. Ooh, so far. Pick up in 17.
Yeah, Art Nicotera went around just a little bit, and that washed up into Dave.
15, he got spun up in front, probably just like a little checkup. All right. Still puts Holloman up front. I don't think you're going to see anybody else top runners, that is.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Holloman, Olmacheski right there in second. Benson been able to stay fighting there in the third place spot with Sanchez in fourth. Jorgensen right there in the fifth place, being with sixth. Duncan in seventh. Alex Carr in eighth. Greg Carr in ninth. Timothy Latham there in the 10th. All right, line them up 2 by 2. Pace cars in, Holloman up front. Gonna bring him back to the green.
Green, green, green.
Well, Macheski's gonna get clear there, Sanchez. That old Charles Van Scoot sneak up here. Quiet. Benson right there battling with Sanchez. Third place battle going on. Make it single file right now. Although back here. Both place spot. Salter, Gardner. Put it in Windsor. Ecom. Those two cars look like they've been to a war.
Definitely seems like they've been through war. A lot of damage up front. You see the hood boat out. Whoa, hold on to it. Hold on to it. I think that's Salter. I saw us going down the backstretch up. Put it in reverse and put it in pit road.
Deal out?
Nope, still green.
Well, that's one way going down.
That's one way to do it for sure. I think he just lost it out of two. Then lock her down, lock her down, lock her down.
And a couple times I think he got out from under him. Able to save it. He says, you know what? Back it on the pit road here. Holloman's still in control though. Olmacheski trying to run him down. Sanchez there with him. Benson's hanging on to fourth. Out here with Kolmacheski. Ooh, so far.
Looks smooth, which is good. Slowly track up here through about mid-turn. Straighten it out on exit, power down, and get to the bottom into 3 and 4.
You know, and it's not been that these guys haven't looked smooth in the cars. It's been, you know, things have just snapped out from under them. They've looked good every time we've went inside, man, and watched them. Top three's pulling away, though. And Scoot's got up to fourth. Car right there behind him with the Vinson. Duncan. Latham's there. Side-by-side battling going on here. Gardner's going to try to see if he can get that spot from him. Got some damage on the front nose of that thing.
Sure does. And meanwhile, Colton Gardner, he's cleared through for ninth. Got to go run down Alex Carr, though. He's 2 seconds behind.
Jorgensen right there, too. Along with Windsor. Katera. Conlon. First car lap down there would be Phillips. Alter. Huge. Gilroy. EB. Gerlach right there too. Right here, man, just running. Holloman though, man out front. I mean, I would say I think he would want this to go green, but I don't know. Does Cole McChesney got enough to run him down?
Holloman just looks so much in control right now. He's got, well, Cole McChesney was actually faster that last time by, but Holloman seems maybe a little bit more consistent. They pitted on the same lap, got the same
yellow flag is
same
out.
stuff on. Yellow flag out.
Yep.
It's Alphen.
Lap. Oh, are they pitting? Didn't see this. $24 to go. What do you think about this pit strategy?
Definitely interesting, I would call it. Greg Carr and everybody that stays out, they've pitted since the 203 that the leaders had came in on.
Yeah.
So they might not have made it all the way with the fuel they had, or they just want a fresh set of tires. They think theirs are a little bit dead.
Yeah, it's going to put Holloman right now coming back on the track. Put him right there in about 7th place spot. See if he's able to come through the field here. Be interesting. What's quite interesting too is I don't think he took 4 tires. Only had a 10-second stop.
2 tires and gas, maybe?
Him and Sanchez. 10-second stops. Oh, Majeski went with the 4 tires, but Sanchez, Holloman there. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're going to put 10 seconds, you might as well throw the 2 tires on, like you said. That'll kind of put them kind of equal with a lot of the guys up front. So now, not so much of an advantage that they would have, at 4 tires. Now we'll see, and we've seen all night long how tough it is to pass here. That's another thing to keep in mind. Pass at this place. Car, right up front. Pace cars in. Let's go back green here. North Wilkesboro. Lead them slowly to the line. Car will. And gets to the restart zone.
Green.
Green. Car got an okay jump. Van Scoit's there with him though.
Yeah, and then Duncanson right there, pretty in 3rd. Colt Gardner fighting for 4th. Cars around in the background.
Yellow flag is out.
Sanchez Or 4 wide. That's
Oh.
not going to work here.
3 wide's tough as it is. 4 wide, definitely not working.
Now, he got jacked up in the back there. Nothing he can do, so. That car, lower getting on the start there, but was able to get around him. Wasn't able to get around, but able to fall back in line with him. Duncan. The Holloman still back in 5th. He was able to make up a couple spots. Oh, he would like for this thing. I think Holloman him back there wants this one to go green because the cautions here could really, really hurt him unless he gets up here to around about the 2nd or 3rd place spot. We're getting a green-white checker and him being back there in 5th had to make a heck of a move. Hail Marys.
Within 20 laps to go. Hope it stays green. I think that's the best case, but gonna be starting inside row here through 1 and 2. Might be able to stick it side by side with 4th place into 3 and take it from there and hopefully run the leaders down. But I agree, if it gets caution after caution after caution, he's just gonna have to hope to pick one off every single caution. But I as the 32, I'd want it to stay green.
We'll see right here, cars up front. Van Scoyt's there with them. Top 2. It's set to go back, green flag. Pace car.
Nope, still on.
Well. Everybody out there has enjoyed it so far. We're here tonight with Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series here at North Wilksboro. Track racing. Chicagoland next week. Be more of a high side style track. That's how I remember it.
Green flag, green flag.
Green. Does get that jump out front. Out, Duncan's there. They go side by side. Contact.
That's going to allow Hallman clear through to 3rd. He's up the inside of Schoik for 2nd.
Yep, that's what he wanted. That's exactly what he wanted right there. Van Scoyt's going to fire back to the outside. Try to hold him off the best he can. But with those good tires, man, or 2 good tires at least by Holloman. Well, for not, that is exactly what Holloman wanted right there.
All this has allowed Carter to run away. Caution's out.
Gibby.
Donnellan loose. I think I saw Salter was loose as well.
Oh. Also going to heat up front here. Holloman wants it.
It ain't just going to be a battle for the win. It's the battle between the last 2 Fast 5 drivers.
All right, can Carr hold him off? What do you think? Holloman have enough?
I want to give it to Holloman.
Okay.
Not only does he have a good set of right side tires on it, at least we think it's right. He might have been able to get 4 on in 10 seconds. But for sure, at least a good set of right tires on him. All he needs to do is jump and match the 36. Even if he's not side by side through 1 and 2, if he's still right there, he might be able to get the run off and then dive it up the inside into 3.
Tell you what, if there's a crew out there that can get 4 tires on in 10 seconds, I know they're going to be one of that crew. That would be impressive. That's fast.
Extremely fast. It's
Hey, I'd be paying them guys mega bucks. There, so Holloman crew out there now, they're yelling for him. He is still out there, but here we go. Can Carr hold him off? On back green. North Wilkesboro here tonight. Spartan Sim Racing League in the Master Series. Be a tight one here. Green flag. Carr's going to get the jump, though. Holloman's going to probably see if he can fall back in line, or he's just going to drive it to the outside.
Yeah, it wasn't
maybe took that outside.
Not the best jump by Carr. Holloman clears him into 3. Washes up a little bit, though. 36 able to stick it better on the inside.
Are you kidding me? He takes him out.
Yellow flag.
Oh, wow. That's the worst scenario.
That's a lot of cars involved.
Yeah. We're going to break this one down, but that's the worst scenario you could see there. Holloman up top just loses it and then takes Carr with him. Like you said, several other machines involved, but talk about worst case scenario. Wow. Here. I just trying to check up. Basically, nowhere to go.
Really narrow going into 1 and 2. But can we talk about the 9 of Jorgensen as well? He got sideways and saved it off a quarter exit.
And that's just heartbreaking up there. I'm going to say more heartbreaking for Carr than anything. I mean, obviously it's heartbreaking for both of them. But Carr just a victim of wrong place, wrong time. Both of them had good cars up front running. We're watching Jorgensen. Get down there.
He lost it and saved it and stayed out of the pileup.
Look who's back up front. They benefited from this. Victor P, man, and Charles Van Scoit with Cole Macheski. Okay,
Duncan's right there as well.
Yeah. This should be a green-white checker. Yeah, we're going to go green-white checker. Lights are still on the pace car. Now, Carr fell back to 5th. He was able to maintain and stay, so he didn't lose too much, but to see how much it affected the tires and whatnot. If I'm Victor, I'm not giving Van Scoit that outside.
No, Van Scoit, he's had really good runs starting on the outside. Granted, at the same time, he was the lead car, so it was up to his discretion about when to go. And
we saw Holloman.
Victor's not going to give it to him.
We saw Holloman make that pass on Carr, and he was the second place, so it was like he was able to drive it in there. I think it's a good move by Victor.
I agree. Victor's also got a little bit fresher tires than Van Scoit. Freshest tires actually in the top 3. Cole Macheski and Jorgensen and Greg Carr, or not Greg Carr, but Alex Carr, all came down 277.
And green.
Green.
Back racing. Boy, it's a good jump there, but
Caution, yellow flag.
oh, caution. Definitely going green, white, checkered now. Holloman in the back. Went from bad to worse for him.
That's just trying to get going. There's a lot of checking up in front of him, though, so a little bit off his rhythm, maybe.
One tires. Ouch. From bad to worse. What a night. Had the car up front. Now we're definitely going green, white, checker. I don't know if the last one was green, white, checker.
The last one might have been within regulation.
Okay.
Not sure, but so this is either green, white, checker attempt 1 or 2. If it's 1, 2 more attempts after this. If it's 2, you only got 1 more if there's a caution before the white.
That's what I was about to ask you. All right, does Victor got it? Boy, maybe Duncan. Like you said earlier, the man up there with the newest set of tires is the man sitting right here in 4th, along with Jorgensen. They pitted a lap 277. But passing here has been tough. I mean, they're going to have to go.
It's definitely going to be go time for them because they've only got around, I don't know, 20 or so laps newer over Victor, who's sitting first right now. But there's still 2 cars in between them and him. So it's go time, and go time in a hurry.
Yes, it is. Victor right now, and disconnect. Now back. You'll be able to tell me if he's going to get back or not in time. Tomacheski.
Oh, there he is.
Right.
Not going to be able to get into second, but they're going to let him get there to 6th. Nope. Okay. Never mind. Stay in 8th.
Wow. I'm going to check the field up just a little bit. Van Scoot gets back there in 2nd. The big battle's happening here for 3rd. You got Carr and Duncan. And Carr, I know he's on a mission. What a bounce back it'd be if he get at least top 3. Get to the white flag. This one's official. It's official.
It's on a mission, but you don't want to be that high through 3 and 4. He lost it out to Duncan there. Duncan going to be able to roll the top, keep 3rd for now. It's going to be who's braver here on the brakes into 3.
4, final time, and Victor's going to win it. Van Scoot and Duncan's going to hang on. But man, Victor, pulls this one off.
And with that, I will be able to ask him how to say his last name.
Yes, we will. Absolutely. Absolutely. Finally, anyway. Duncan up here, let's get a word.
Hey, Duncan, it's Wesley and Jill up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Well, we talked to you in the middle of the race, and you ended up finishing out 3rd today. Told us about that bump off of 4 that seemed to caught a lot of drivers out, but you managed to keep it under you.
Yeah, for the most part. We had a few issues here and there, but I mean, for the most part, with the as tough as some of these races can be, I would say it went about as good as possible.
good as possible. You drop back a little bit and then managed to slowly claw your way up. And then it was just taking advantage of people making mistakes ahead of you and bringing her home in third.
Yeah, we'll definitely take it. I with the way that race was going, I was going to be happy with the top 10. But yeah, kind of once you got back there, it was really hard to make your way back to the front. I don't know. I guess dirty air was a part of it, but yeah, it was an experience for sure.
Joe, you got anything for him today?
What a race. What a way to bounce back. We talked earlier, like you said, this place was tricky, and he was able to get back up there in third, though.
Yeah, super happy with it. We'll hopefully build some momentum for the next few races and go from there.
Absolutely. Well, there you go, man. That's Duncan, man. Like you said, bringing her home there in the third place tonight. This man here, Charles Van Scoit. Let's get a word with him.
Van Scoik, this is Wesley and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, tough battle. You started out further back and then slowly clawed your way up to the front to finish second.
Yeah, the rule change. I ran an absolute heater on the qualifying to make sure. I think I started dead last. I just watched the field weed itself out. Finished the race with a 0x. So that was probably more that. The finish is a little bit of a bonus. I'm not too good, I'm not that great at short tracks like this, but stayed out. I think I had 83 lap tires, 84 lap tires, stayed out. Once I got passed for the lead, I said, let me throw tires on and just learn the track during the 300 laps that someone decided to put on the race. So there you go.
Well, we noticed that about halfway into the race before we saw the leaders really go into the pits for the first time. With all the heat cycles, did the tires just kind of level out and there wasn't much questions about fuel?
No, I mean, probably lap 120, I was good on fuel. Or 100, I mean, because all the cautions and everything factored in. Plus, I don't know, the first 80 laps or so, I was literally rolling the bottom because I had no idea how to get around this track. But yeah, the heat cycles, I mean, no matter what, how many laps you had on it, you had a good 5-10 laps. And, especially when I was leading for a little bit there, if I got a good jump, I could, I was hoping it stayed green and get a big enough gap of those guys fighting and then maybe hold on, but that just wasn't the case.
Yeah, and just a lot of chaos. Like you said, you just waited for everybody to drop out. At the end there, you had Carr and Holloman. They were fighting it out, looking to try and come to the white flag, and then took each other out coming out of 4. It looked like Holloman got loose and just kind of corrected and overcorrected and grabbed the 36, which allowed y'all to come through.
Yeah, both of them were very, not aggressive to other drivers, but I can hear they're very aggressive on when they were getting on their throttle. So, I mean, that was unfortunate, but, I was actually saying it to my teammate Duncan there that, they're probably going to wreck and we're just going to we just got to avoid it. And then literally we're coming out of 4 and there's card sideways and we're both dodging and weaving, the 5D's a dodgeball,
Well, Joe, you got something for him?
Obviously I see you race week in and week out there, man, Charles. But what is the biggest difference you can take from, obviously this is being an open setup in the Cup car as opposed to, I'm normally seeing out there jumping into this thing tonight, like you said, on a short track?
The Cup cars are definitely harder. I guess you do the CRL, so yeah, I mean, I only joined that the race with the guys on my team. I hate racing trucks. I feel that it gives people a little bit overconfidence, which creates bad racing. I can't really speak much because we had 31 cautions for 130 laps, but this type of track, it's kind of expected. But yeah, it's the open setups and the Cup cars. You could do a lot more adjustments in my mind, and just with the trucks. it is what it is. I mean, the trucks are just not my favorite. I just run them to hang out with some buddies.
Got to the Final Four last season with them, though.
No, I missed the Final Four, but the Phoenix race when it got I forget who it was. Ricky came across my nose. I was in until that, but it was hard racing. It's definitely hard racing. I'm in the playoffs this year, but I don't have the same momentum I did last year. I'm scrapping and clawing, and I got to do it in this league because, you know, I finished up another league, Icon, and then hopped over here like 3-4 races in. So got a lot to make up for. I know there's drop races and that kind of stuff, but, you know, just like, you know, the cup cars in general, fixed, open, doesn't matter. Just like racing them.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, man, like I said, you know, if you keep up with what you're doing, that flow, calm, cool, collective, been able to get through the field like you did tonight, got up there and got a good finish out of it, though. But you got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, you guys for the broadcast, admins for putting up with, you know, I always say adult children, and you know, I was thinking in 3 and 4 there. I could have probably got the victor, but I had a 0x. I didn't want to ruin that, and I probably would have looked like an absolute, you know what, if I did that. And Austin Dillon, I guess that's another A word for that. To my teammate Duncan, Sammy, who's not here tonight, to my company GoatRacingDiecast.com, all my drivers that I sponsor. If you need anything, diecast, apparel, customs, go to GoatRacingDiecast.com, use GoatRacing23, get 10% off, or tune into my Facebook at noon on Sundays for the lives where I do stupid deals. I got 2 DIN numbers coming up, so tune in for that.
There you go, Charles Van Scoit bringing it home, man, tonight in second. Well, finally get to figure out what this guy's name is. Victor, go ahead and boot guy copy.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Well, you was able to sneak up there and get this thing. I mean, how was you feeling throughout that race?
I have no idea how I did this. Not only my first win with Spartan Sim Racing here, but my first top 10, my first top 5. we checked it all off at once. So, no, that was it was a lot of fun. You know, it seemed like my car maybe didn't have the full-fledged speed as some of the other guys, but it really was good on longer runs and super stable, and it felt like I could just kind of keep driving the car off the corner every time with a lot more confidence. So that part was really good for us.
Well, obviously the question we've been asking Ben Wesley up here is, how do you pronounce it?
If you drop the P, it's just Fluger, so that's the best way to go.
Okay.
Silent. I knew one was silent, but I wasn't sure. We called you probably everything around. We finally just settled on Victor P for the time being, so Fluger.
Well, I promise you I've been called worse, so.
Yeah, remember that, Wesley.
Fluger, I got you.
Well, man, hey, nonetheless, when you had a good car, how was you feeling out there? A lot of guys talking about, you know, being slick and, you know, the bump out there on the track, but, I mean, how was your setup throughout this one?
Yeah, you know, the Team Watson guys and I worked really hard yesterday to try to put something together for this little bit slicker track, and whatever we found really hit well. I hadn't been loose all night, and then when I was fighting with the 32 there with, what was that, 20 or so to go, that was the first time the car got loose all night and it spun. So that caught me a little bit by surprise, but we were able to throw tires on it right there, and that seemed to fix it. And, yeah, can't say enough about my teammates, Tommy and Art. You know, without them and Jeremy putting the effort in yesterday, this car sure wouldn't be up here. You know, beautiful Van Lille's 15. It would not be the car in victory lane without them.
Look good tonight. Wes, got anything?
I mean, certainly looked good tonight. You said you just felt the car was so stable underneath you. Meanwhile, everybody else, corner exits, they were kind of giving us a little ballet lesson. So
yeah, and that was the funny part, is it seemed like my car liked being in the bumps a lot more than being out of them. It seemed like if I was just patient with the car, let it ride through the bumps, I could get pretty much anything I wanted from it after that. So that was an interesting find about midway through.
Yeah, well, interesting find, and a great find, really, because I think that's what really made the difference for you.
I'd have to agree, and yeah, I think what really won the race for us here tonight was chucking the 0-0 on that last incident there between the 32 and the other car. Yeah, he left me room to escape that, and he didn't have to. So I gotta give a shout out to him for being heads up and giving me the room to get away.
Definitely all night long, man. Like you said there, Victor. But you got anybody you want to thank for the win here tonight?
Absolutely. Thank my teammates again over on Team Watson 1. They're a pretty great group of guys, and I sure enjoy running around with them. My wife and kids watching at home along with mom and dad. And yeah, big shout out to you guys for putting this on and doing a great job of the broadcast every week. I sure enjoy watching.
There you go, winner tonight, Victor, man, in Victor Lane. Wild one here. Let's look at the results order real quick here tonight. As Victor's going to put it in victory lane. Charles Van Scoit there in second, with Duncan holding her off in third. Ricard there in fourth. Jurgensen, man, finishing out in fifth. Alex Carr bringing it home in sixth. Gardner there in the seventh. Omacheski hanging on to eighth. Phillips up in the ninth, and Latham in the 10th. And I tell you what, look at this field here. Some guys tonight, they had some good runs there. You know, Victor coming home here with that win. Van Scoit there coming home with a good finish. But other guys tonight are like, man, this is, whew, what a race.
What a race indeed. And hopefully everybody's looking at next week saying, thank you, it's not a short track and not a tight track.
Right. Have a little bit more room, like you said, in that track next week, Chicagoland. But we're going to leave here the short track here tonight, folks, with the Spartan Sim Racing League, the Master Series. What's up for myself and everyone? Have a good night.